Do you want an intro? I can intro. You can intro. Me intro. You intro.
We're intro.
Hi, ladies and gents. We're back with Primordia, episode 3. We're getting into the City of Glass, City of Lights, all that stuff. Also, I have a mouthful of Tic Tacs, so don't mind that. Fuzzy can't zoom in if I've already eaten it like a chipmunk.
And then
Q
zoom
zooms
into
in.
your cheek. Let's see if I can put a bulge on it. Let's see if I can pull that off.
Okay. Horus. Wow, this place is messed up.
No.
This
Craters.
is no time for sitting around.
This is no time for sitting around, huh?
It's no longer operational.
How long have we been in the wastes?
It says blue line.
Guess we won't be taking that train anytime soon.
Can't remember for the Thassa. Oh yeah, that's
Some
like
kind of
craters.
blast crater.
You're like, oh, blast crater.
Yeah. I was seeing if there's
Some kind of blast.
anything extra. Oh, hey,
Boss,
the view.
Is that really Metropole out there?
It must be.
But it's so brown.
I'd say it's more red than brown.
Whatever it is, it brings new meaning to rust and ruin.
Yeah, and you wanted to come here.
Yeah, well, he listened to the propaganda.
You are not immune to
The
propaganda.
energy sensor is going crazy.
It's coming from the top of that tower.
I swear if that thing stole my freaking energy ball. For some robot aristocrats.
Is it supposed to be doing that?
Aw.
Assad.
Well, at least we know there's a lot of power in that tower, right?
Let's go find out.
Oh. Oh, God.
Welcome to Metropole, the city of glass and light.
I hate you.
Can you tell me?
This one is not programmed to respond to queries.
But you just did.
Welcome to Metropole, the city of glass and light. Metromine greets you with open arms and the promise of energy and shelter.
Is he gonna give me whatever treatment you got going on?
You are safe.
I don't feel
Records
safe.
indicate an outstanding assessment of 5 megacycles. 1 megacycle will now be redeemed.
What?
What did you just do to him?
This one is not programmed to respond to queries. Unauthorized literature detected.
Not my Bible.
Hey!
Aw.
All contraband has been removed. You are safe.
I don't think I am. Also, what's a megacycle? What did you do to me? Crisp?
Boss, this is getting to be a bad habit. Are you okay?
No.
I'm fine. My optical sensors went haywire for a minute. What happened?
Well, that robot threw your gospel off the bridge. And then it said, welcome to Metropole. Again. And that Metromind wishes us a pleasant stay. Then he left.
Threw your Bible off the bridge. Welcome to Metropole, bitch.
Assad.
On the upside, he gave us back the power core.
He did?
No.
Crispin, the next thing that's getting thrown off this bridge is you.
Good thing I have a hover unit.
Let's go find a way into that tower. We'll deal with this Metromine later. There's no way I can...
Next person getting thrown off
Did you
is
grab
you.
that lantern?
No, I already got you a lantern, and it works just fine.
Fair enough.
We have a lantern at home.
Hey, Tyra, over here.
I don't know that I want to go over there.
Can't you see I'm trying to spin down?
It's a price list for the oils, solvents, and catalysts they offer here. At the bottom, it says that all payments must be made through an account with Metromind, which I don't plan on opening. They belong to the bar. The mug belongs to the bar. I'd have to buy some.
Boss, I need that arm.
Crispin, it appears to be a self-aware robot.
Now I need it even more. Can you imagine? The adventures of Crispin and his arm. For once, I would have a sidekick.
The sidekick has a
He
sidekick.
would crack jokes, and I would say lame things like, "It appears to be a self-aware robot." Actually, on second thought, you can be the serious one, I'll be the sidekick.
That arm robot appears to be the bartender. It's a big blue. They're taps for dis-
Would it not have been better to have destroyed ourselves gloriously in battle, rather than perpetuate this false existence?
What do you...
Yes. The answer is yes.
Boss, I think someone left the smart off that smart bomb. I wouldn't expect much conversation out of him.
There was a little spider robot.
Hey, Tyro, you blow in off the dudes?
Tyro?
Prefer a newbie, huh? Look, let me tell you how it is.
How about you don't? I've had enough of this city already. All I want is my property back and a ticket home.
Ticket home. Fat chance, Tyro. Anyway, listen up. You want to sell yourself to Metromind? Go ahead. You want to trade that junk you brought in from the dunes? Leopold's your man. That floater there, I'll give you something special for him.
How special?
He's not for sale.
How special.
All you might have that I want is information.
Well, you know what they say. Talk's cheap. Ask away.
Who are you?
Name's Leo. Leopold Stipplebill. Version 7. You.
Horatio No Build, version 5. And this is Crispin Horatio Build, version 1.
Huh. Interesting.
Leopold? Hey, you didn't build a lunatic named Ever Faithful, did you?
Do I look like I build someone named Ever Faithful Crispy?
Crispy?
What are you selling?
Bartering, not selling. Metromind don't tax bartering. Not yet, anyway. Come take a look.
What you? Ooh, a crowbar.
That's a fine tool. Got a half-life of 1,000
Ha!
years.
Half-Life.
I'm not sure you know what half-life means.
I'll trade it to you for something shiny.
I have shiny things. Do you think he'd want
The
this
entire thing is fried.
burnt?
Actually, wait a minute. The crystal and plug are still intact.
Oh, nice.
Please, for the love of Ram and Rom, tell me we are not going to build a third energy sensor.
I hope not.
He has a water chip, a plug board, memory access device.
That's a nice one. It's called a memory access device. Let you pull memories out of just about anything.
What do you want for it?
Got a customer looking for something real antique and find me that?
Real antique and fancy. Deep measure, fuel cell, abacus. I really want that crowbar. I think I can get it with
I said something old and thick.
Stupid conjunct.
Wait.
I'll trade it to you for
there we go, something shiny.
Okay, again, this is like.
Here you go. A nice shiny
Yeah.
crystal.
and one heavy iron crowbar for you.
Why
Yay.
does that not seem like a great deal?
Hey Armstrong, top me off, will you?
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
Because I imagine I can get quite a few things for the stuff that I have here. Do I need this decryption
A
module?
decryption module set to crack Urbanian military code. A universal...
What's this
That's
water
a
jet?
water jet. Scavenger brought it in from the... I traded for a gat.
What?
Never mind. We don't need water, let alone a water.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you might as well click the other things because you'll see.
I know what it is.
Okay then. Bring me something that'll cover her face and it's yours.
Good idea, Leopold.
Something that'll
You'd
cover
look
her
much better
face.
by yourself.
Anyway, we don't have time to go around building circles.
Famous last word. Boss,
Battery.
is that another...
Looks like it.
Finest AA battery you'll ever... May as well call it triple lens.
Wow, that would have been useful to have before I went rummaging around. Now,
That there's an old Nova Robotics subsystem core.
Not interested.
One fine motor you born built out of speed. But if you can find a bigger one, this is a Sterling air motor.
would it help me fly?
Nope.
Then we don't need it. Hey, look, boss, it's a glass finger. If we got 5 of them, I could have a hand.
What would you do with a glass hand?
What wouldn't I do?
You want it? You're gonna need to bring me a glass thumb.
Oh, don't wipe yourself.
That servo unit is hopelessly...
It just needs a little...
I don't think so.
This here's a tip.
Ooh, get it, boss?
Why do we need it?
So I can finally determine my circumference.
You child.
Tyro, I'm gonna do us all a favor and not trade you this one. Spot, she's a fine microfuel.
What's the catch?
Well, she's trained.
I guess that makes it free.
We'll pass.
A binary arrogance. Finest
I'm fairly certain that my math co-process...
Okay. So, in reality, I can only get 2 of these things.
Yeah.
Well, 3. If I get something to cover my face for the... What was it?
Board, but he did say that we don't really need it, so.
For now. Oh, I guess I can ask him, who's Metromind?
Who is Metromind? Russ and Bruin. You are Tyro. Metromind? Well, Metromind is a metropole. Runs everything now. What with the council shut down?
Council?
Sure, a bunch of primordial machines. Arbiter enforced the law. Memorial has kept the records. Big old factor built just about everything from down in the underworks. And, well, there's another one. Hey, don't even remember his
Was his name Horace?
Metroman, of course. You used to run the trains, but now she's got the whole show.
Where can I find it?
That sounds like a bad idea. Giving the one who's in charge of trains everything, because there's a lot of... There's some overlap with some things, there's a lot of overlap not.
She is the city, so you found her already. Probably knocked yourself to her just to get here. Anyway, if she wants to talk to you again, you'll know.
I was robbed when I came off
I
the
was
train.
robbed when I came off the train. Some robot paralyzed me and stole my gospel of man.
Careful there, Tyro. If you read the rules, you'd have known Metromind don't take kindly to superstition. Under the refuge rule, you got 2 days to talk about make-believe man all you want. But actual writing about man, that gets tossed to the underworks with the rest of the trash and trouble.
How can I get it back?
Ha! Your risk inhibitor flaking on you, Tyro? You'd have to do some digging down in the underworks, which ain't exactly thin.
Well, I've got a crowbar.
You'll just be sticking your finger in Metromind's socket.
Oh my.
Like I said, she got no time for heretics, lunatics, and the like.
How about quick-witted levitators?
Don't think she cares for them either.
I'm looking for my power cord.
It was stolen from my ship, the Unique, and I think it's being kept in that tower over there.
Great tower, you mean? Sure, it's probably in there, along with all the other generators and reactors and cores that keep the lights on.
How can I get it back?
If Metromind took it, you don't, Tyro. Her word is law. Arbiter's the only one who ever could have said otherwise. And he's been called along, heading to the courthouse, maybe you complete your case. After half a dozen other folks took their turns, that is. But you can't. No judge locked it up tight. Who's to say you'll win, huh? My advice?
I don't want your advice. I want my power key.
Well then, the buck.
I'm looking for a big robot. It floats and has large claws and shoots lasers. Have you seen him? It stole something of mine.
Sounds like Scraper to me.
Scraper.
Worked for Metromind even before she ran the show. He was the one that blasted out the train tunnels under the city.
Where can I find him?
Now, how would I know? That one goes where he wants. Maybe the Great Tower blazing scraper used for cutting granite can slice up that tin shell you're wearing like nothing.
Here, here.
I'll keep that in mind. How do I get into the tower?
You don't. Council members only. And the only ones still clicking are Metro Mind and Arbiter. And let me tell you, neither of them is one for bending the rules.
Are you sure you don't know a robot named Ever Faithful? He called himself Leo Built.
I'm a peddler, Tyro, not a builder.
I don't believe you.
What are the underworks?
Also, this guy has so much dialogue.
A whole mess of junkyards, canals, factories, smelters, plus some every kind of heavy machinery. All beneath the streets. Old factory in the place. Built just about everything in Metropole down there.
Ran the place. Who's in charge now?
Nobody. Not since Metroman pulled the plug on Factor. Whole place is full of junk and full of trouble.
Seems inefficient.
Well, boss, at least we can scratch one detour off our list. Seen one junk pile, seen them all.
No, you've seen one junk pile, you've seen one junk pile. This junk pile could have entirely different junk.
Tell me about Arbiter.
He's a member of the council. Heard he used to fight with Metro Mind day and night. Ran the courts, but used to, back when we had him. One day he just sent his clerk Clarity down to the underworks and closed up shop. Ever since, Metro Mind says what the
How long ago was that?
who's counting.
You don't believe in humanism?
If you ask him whether I believe in man, the answer's no. And you better not either. Not if you want to stay here.
But how can you not believe in...
I'm progressive, Tyro. I believe in progress. Us robots improve ourselves. And that's how it's always been. First, there was a basic machine. And bit by bit, bite by bite, the machine built itself into all this. You and me and that little floater of yours. We're all cogs in that same... That's all there is.
Tell me about Clarity.
Clarity was one of Arbiter's law clerks. Real cool and calculating. Now, I once heard say that a robot should have a recharge port fuse just cause he'd stolen power from Metroman.
Jesus.
Anyway, word was she got in some kind of fight with the old judge and he sent her down to the underworks. Guess she's still down there stewing.
All right.
I
Exposition.
was gonna say, welcome to Point and Clicks. Lots of talk.
Well, boss, somewhere in there is our power core.
I like a console. Ah, numbers. Numbers of which I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed how many X's there were there.
You know, boss, I don't think that's ever going.
You never...
Hold on, wait.
That's how many
Jeez.
digits this number is.
Oh my god. That'll be a thing to figure out.
Oh, yes, it will be.
Let's see. Track.
It's far too high to try climbing.
Okay. So, that was that way. Let's see what's this way. Computer terminal. Metromind welcomes you to her city of Metropole. This city is a safe haven for all machines, unless you are a human-believing idiot, at which point we will fry you. System records indicate that you have come from Outskirts Station. All newcomers are required to familiarize themselves with local laws. You may also be interested in our history and landmarks. Okay.
Hey, look, something came out of the machine.
Thank you. Too fast for an ordinary robot to learn in full, but Metromind ensure... That's very Catholic Church of you. Assures it is applied efficiently and fairly. Newcomers to the city should familiarize themselves with the Corrupt Data Elimination Plan, CDEP, and the Refugee Rule, as well as the Efficiency Initiative. Okay, so CDEP. In order to protect the city from corrupt data, Metromind and the Ad Hoc Robot Council passed the CDEP, under which all information relating to certain untrue subjects, such as the mythological man, is subject to swift elimination. Physical media containing such data will be okay. Refugee rule. Immediately following the Primordium, Metropol enacted the refugee rule, under which any robot is welcome in the city. In fact, for the first 48 hours after a robot arrives, it will not be punished for violations of any laws, except for harming another robot or causing significant property damage. Interesting. Energy.
And as it says more.
Oh wait, it says more?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so more. The purpose of this law is to provide an integration period during which newcomers can make whatever modifications are necessary to operate within metropolitan society. Alright. What was the other stuff I needed? Energy? Efficient?
I mean, I know history was one. And landmarks.
Law. Okay. The energy initiative. The efficiency initiative.
Efficiency. Okay.
Was enacted by Metro following a period of power shortages that caused systematic failures. Progress of ideals, closing off entire areas and consolidating the population in the city center. See, this is why we shouldn't have let the train be in charge of this stuff. Practices and inefficient robots. In order to show his commitment to the common good, Factor volunteered to deactivate himself, and many similarly obsolete robots followed suit. Since the initiative was enacted, power levels have been stable, but Metromind is always looking for progressive means of improving efficiency. Oh god. Metropol is built in layers by primordial robots, each generation improving on the last. At one time, the city was governed by a council, but by mutual agreement, sole power was bestowed upon Metromind. I doubt that. What was the other thing I should...
I was wondering if you want look up megacycles.
Look up what?
Megacycles.
Oh, yeah. Mega cycle. No such stuff.
No.
Mega cycles? Ah.
Just cycles.
In order to processing capacity and thus aid Metropol in its progress and efficiency, all robots are asked to contribute processor cycles in exchange for the... So we're fucking harvesting cryptocurrency? Provided by Metromind, these cycles can be redeemed at Metromind's discretion, resulting in temporary shutdown. Well, that's messed up.
Landmarks was the other one that they had put on.
Landmarks. Serve energy, improve efficiency. Only the city center is now accessible to metropolitan robots. Here one can find the famed council tower. For safety, do not enter the underworks. Okay.
Well, you can type in underworks if you want to.
Armstrong, top me off, will you?
I'm taking this printout first.
Because that's the thing. There's an entire achievement for
Close
finding
public
all these.
safety. Reopen once additional repairs are complete. Okay.
But yeah, like there's an achievement for finding them all. I will say though, it was last time I looked at it, it was bugged, so you might not be able to actually know if you got
The
them
Law
or not.
and You, a Metropolitan Guide. Distributed by Clarity Arbiter built. The Law and You.
Oh, I can't actually read it. Okay.
Yeah, because you already read it.
Door.
Anyone home?
All right. Go this way now.
Fine. Put me down for another megacycle.
Hey, boss, look! That repair bot has a floating helper just like you do.
There's a red, burning, crashed hover bus and a writhing electrical cable. And that's the first thing you notice?
I can't help it. She's beautiful.
Oh, you're not getting to her until we deal with this cable. I can't safely grab it.
The only thing keeping me from my one
My one true love is that cable, boss. What can I use to... What do I have? Must have something. Plasma torch?
I can't get close enough to... Can't you do something about that cable?
According to my work order, I gotta finish salvaging this bus first.
That's ridiculous.
Not my decision.
I'm not here to steal parts.
But can I help you just salvage it?
I can't go any farther with that cable.
Crispin?
Crispin, can you fly around the cable and push it off the street?
But didn't you just say it's too dangerous to get close to it?
I'm giving you a chance to impress her, Crispin. Just fly up high enough that you don't get close to the sparks.
Fine.
Hey, Crispin's useful.
Sounds like we need to get into the courthouse.
Excuse me.
Can't you see I'm working?
I've said it before, but I'll say it again. You do know this ship is never gonna fly again, right?
You're right about that. This old airing bus can hardly fly to begin with. Still, there might be some parts here that Metromine can use to get another bus up and running. Anyway, what do you want?
Hey, boss, ask him about his helper.
My friend is curious about your helper.
Ah, she's just a sidekick factor built. Thousands of them rolled off the assembly line back in the day, but she's probably the only one left. Really not much more than a floating lantern, and headlamps are a lot cheaper.
She says you're not much more than a floating plasma torch.
She's right.
What happened here?
What does it look like? The airing bus's motor gave out and it crashed into the only bridge leading from Main Street to the rest of the city center.
I about had a heart attack, Fuzzy, because I just in my head I was like, oh Shizen, did I hit record? I did. it's like the equivalence of, did I leave the gas on?
Like, have we been going? Can you imagine jumping? So anyway, we load the level here.
So anyways, guys, some stuff happened.
Oops.
I got mugged. They stole my Bible.
Was that
And then you talked a lot.
Sure, but they've already been salvaged.
salvaged, not repaired?
Can't repair without parts. You can't get parts without salvage.
What about building new parts?
Yeah, me and what factory? Look, everyone wants to spot bugs, but no one wants to write code.
So here's the deal. Why would you shut down the factory? That seems like the most useful thing you could have for a self-sustaining city.
Got a better way to run a city? Go out and build one. Otherwise, get with the program.
You guys are dumb.
You mentioned Metro.
Yeah, sure. She's in charge of this big circuit board we call Metropole.
What can you tell me about her?
What do I look like? The information kiosk?
Yes.
I want to know what I think. Metromine is the best thing that ever happened in this place.
Really?
Really? You, me, all these other machines grinding about. We're just tools in the tool, but Metromine. She's progress. Got a nice ring to it, too.
So as part of the master plan, crashing buses into roads?
The sheep voting for leopards eating my face party.
Look, there's plenty of rust to go around, but Metromine's the only one scrubbing. Not her fault that some of the metal's too far down.
It looks to me like you're the one scrubbing, not Metromine.
Like I said, I'm just a tool in the box. Now, I gotta get back to it. You again?
I want all your
Since you're so
information.
close to her, do you know how I can talk to Met?
Talk to Metlock. Metromine has an entire city, but Horizon is everywhere. She wants to talk to you. She will.
I'm looking for a big robot. It floats and has big claws and it...
Scrape after the last big cave-in, the two of us worked together on trying to fix the blue line. It's on the simple side, but a hard worker. What about him?
He took something of mine.
Yeah, salvaged it probably. That's what most of us do for Metromine these days.
Stole it.
Hey, you say router, I say router. Anyway, not my problem.
Can I crowbar this guy? I don't like him.
Where can I find Scraper?
Do I look like a tour guide?
Yes. You also look like a puckered butthole.
Mess with the code if you can't handle the glitches.
Very profound. Do you know where I can...
If I did, I'd have salvaged it myself and brought it to the tower.
When will the bridge...
So I'd say something on the order of a month, give or take.
A month?
Give or take.
And there's no other way off me.
Not unless you got a jetpack hiding under that jacket.
Well, at least that.
Goodbye.
Okay, so
I have nothing.
I don't like him. I kind of want to crowbar you.
I'm not going to threaten.
Can I crowbar him? I mean, it's not threatening if I just kill
I'm not
him.
going to
Like,
I'm not doing that until you build.
There's nothing worth buying.
building. That looks like the thing from Fallout 76.
Ahoy, my dear friend. Oswald Factorville at your service.
It's no more your dear friend than Rex as your creation, you besotted gear oiler.
Oh, don't mind Cornelius. He's been bitter since the first great rolling brownout.
Better, I'll show you bitter, you backbiting bot snatcher. I think I like these guys, boss.
What's in that building?
Why, Arbiter's Court, of course. Why else would we be here?
I need to see Arbiter.
We all do, my dear friend. But the courthouse is locked. And first come, first served.
Why are you waiting in line?
Justice. I'm here for justice. To prove that I, Cornelius Factorville, created this marvelous machine, Rex. Rex. Cornelius built.
Ignore him.
Custody case.
Candidly, he is 10-23 flops short of a kilo, if you catch my drift. The machine's name is Oswald Belt. Rex Oswald Belt.
This is over a name? Why not just let Rex decide?
Ridiculous. This is about principle.
This is about pride.
So, boss, would you fight over me like this?
You could call yourself Crispin Crispian for all I care. As long as you still pull things off ledges for the vendors.
You can call yourself Crispy Crispian.
Glad to know I'm.
How are you gonna decide who gets Rex?
Decide who gets Rex.
For the law, fool.
Please excuse my brother. He can barely remember pi to the 23rd digit, let alone his manners.
For.
I rest my case. Suffice it to say, chap, we await the reopening of the courthouse. Or more precisely, we await a summons from Arbiter who will decide our case.
Who will say whose contribution was more? Who will say, in fact, that my contribution?
Could someone
Such a
else?
case?
Of whom were you thinking? Metromine, but authoritative to be sure, but I fear she would claim Rex for the good of all.
And since the subway schemer
He means Metromine.
shut down our builder Factor, he cannot help either. What about Horatio? Who?
Me.
And why should we listen to you?
I've built a robot before, and I have no stake in this.
Yes, well and good, but this is a matter of law and logic. A bit harder than banging together a tin can like your companion.
Oh, why are these people so rude?
Test me.
An interesting proposition. What do you say, Cornelius?
What did I say? I say that you are a liar and a thief, Oswald. But as to this Horatio, well, as to him, so be. Boss, if they make us find 7 lost crystals, I'm quitting.
At the binomial biennial, 7 robots in the probability circle are gathered for the party.
The
Okay.
what circle is gathered at the what? Is this some kind of vocab test?
I said quiet.
Each robot is either a factor built or a Sternweiler built.
Okay.
Blasted Sternweilers.
And moreover, each robot is designed with either a quad core, a linear type, or a multiplex processor architecture.
Okay.
This is ridiculous. Pay attention. Factor or Sternweiler. Quad core, linear type, or multiplex.
Indeed. Now I will tell you 3 things about these probabilitists. First, there are more factor-built robots than Sternweiler builds. Second, every linear-type robot was built by Factor. Finally, Sternweiler never built a robot with a quad core.
Now listen. Which of the following statements about the probability circle cannot possibly be true?
Wouldn't it be 5 robots have linear processors because only one of them built with linear processors?
Think so.
5 robots have linear processors.
Failure? Failure.
Oh.
Okay.
You are unfit. Now go bothersome.
You guys suck.
Hello? Hello?
I don't think it can hear.
BattleBot. I love that show.
Sir, my apologies, sir. 187th Legion built. Surly Company, reporting.
Horatio Noble, version 5. A pleasure.
Horatio Noble, sir? Never heard of any service bot with that designation. Still, it's good to see another Urbanian, sir. After things got foobarred back home, I figured Surly Company was all that was left.
Urbanian? What are you talking about?
Assad finally made a friendly and he's as cracked as Primer.
That's interesting.
No offense, sir, just hoped... Well, never mind that. How can I assist you, sir?
He's got the friend or foe detector.
Surly Company. Urbanian. What are you talking about?
Well, sir, I'm not sure quite where to start. I had you figured for one of us, seeing as how you came up as a friendly on my IFF.
I could see you as a member of Surly Company, boss, but as friendly? No.
He's got some mouth on him, huh, sir? Always do those flyboys.
Why don't you just give me a quick rundown?
Well, sir, can't see the harm, even if you are a decoy. War's over, after all. It was over before Surly Company even deployed. See, we're Urbanian robots. Long time back, Urbani and Metropol got to fighting over something. Who knows what. The Metropolitans fried their civilians, and Legion told us to strike back. Word was, some big airship of ours was supposed to knock out Metropol's defenses, and we just come in for mop-up. But the Metros took our ship down with their own heavy hitter, some giant named Goliath.
Oh.
I see.
Anyway, Surly Company was all that was left, so we deployed 200 strong.
What happened then?
Well, it's a long march from Urbani, sir, and most of us, well, all said and done, the only ones who made it were me, 113th, and a signal bot we call Primer. The rest are all out there in the dunes somewhere.
I'm sorry.
War's war, sir. If it didn't crash hard, they wouldn't have built us in the first place.
If it makes you feel any better, Horatio cut Goliath's finger off.
Well, sir, someone ought to stick a medal in your chest.
Why are you in line?
Seeing as how I'm on the outside now, sir, I think I need to go pay restitution for shooting up the enemy HQ.
Enemy HQ.
Yes, sir. That big tower in the center of the city.
Okay, so why haven't you paid? It sounds like all of this happened a long time ago.
Years ago, sir. But the courthouse has been locked down the whole time. I figured they'll open it up eventually, and then I can clear my name.
What if it doesn't open?
Well, sir, I know all about hurry up and wait.
Can I try opening that door?
Belay that, sir. The authorities told me that no one goes in till the door opens on its own.
But aren't we on the same side?
Affirmative, sir. But since I'm on CivDiv now, my programming requires me to submit to the local authorities.
Oh, poor man.
What happened to 113th and Primer?
After we got to Metropol, we tried to put up a fight, but couldn't do much. They fried 113th, and my rifles jammed. Primer surrendered on our behalf. After dressing us down, they took all my big guns and sold the 113th shell to some scrap dealer. Primer never was the same. He encrypted part of his own logic so he wouldn't have to think about losing the war any longer. Then, he disappeared beneath the city. And me, I came here.
Now I kind of remember what happened to 113th.
So is there a game before this one?
No. It's just more of, we've met 113th already.
When?
He's now Leopold.
Oh.
He was salvaged and his parts were used. That's why he has an IFF that recognized him as Horus.
Oh.
For Surly Company, it ended when we staggered in here and surrendered.
Interesting.
Beyond that, sir, it's all above my truth is, sir, we never even knew what we were fighting for, let alone what the Metropolitans wanted. So I can't say for certain that Metropol won, but I'm pretty sure Urbani lost, what with all the civilians being dead and the army being beaten.
How do you know you even have to...
This seems logical, sir.
What if I could pay your fine for you, or get it canceled?
Well, sir, then I'd be much obliged, and I'd probably just leave town. Can't say that I much like being in enemy territory.
And how are we gonna do that, boss?
I'll figure something. Goodbye.
Over and out, sir.
I like him. You guys, not so much.
What are you doing?
Sad robot.
Waiting
For what?
my bus.
I'm pretty sure the bus isn't coming.
It will come.
Not for a month,
Your
buddy.
bus is a burning wreck about 2 blocks from here.
It will come. I must go home. Metromind will take me home.
Bus stop. Buses run every 10 is crossed out, and 30 is written below. 30 is crossed out, and 60 is crossed out, and daily is written below.
Daily minutes? That doesn't make sense.
If it makes you feel better, daily is crossed out, and service suspended is written below it.
Why are you waiting?
I'm gonna regret this, boss, but do you think we should try scrounging in the underworks?
Yes. Trying to figure out how to get there.
I think this spot is literally just the sad robot, and that's like all that's here.
I'm a sad robot. I wonder if I need to go there from
Oh, good. It does actually have fast travel here.
street station.
You can go to the tower,
I can go to the tower.
because I think now we can examine the door a bit more.
It's sealed. This must be where 187th Legion build tried shooting the door, but the damage is entirely superficial.
Amateurs.
Some kind
Because
of trap
remember
running
you
up the side of the tower.
you read the law about what happens in the first 48 hours.
Yeah, I'm
Unless it's a major structural damage,
The edge is too tight.
he
for
has
me to get-
Why don't you just
there's-
try
he
banging?
doesn't have any
Obviously,
liability.
That wouldn't work.
No, but I can
So
think
now
of a
you can just go
great
tell him.
Wait, tell who?
The robot, the war the battle bot.
Wait, what can I tell him?
You just verified that the damages were superficial,
Oh yeah.
and you now have the laws printed out to show him what the laws actually are.
Worked. BattleBot. Guess what? I inspected the damage.
All you did was ding the metal.
Well, sir, until someone shows me a law that says I don't have to pay,
Goodbye.
over and out.
So now you show the actual
Now
law.
I show.
Yeah.
The law, it's written.
I printed out the law.
Yep.
Look here. Under Metropol's refuge rule, a newcomer to the city is not liable for any superficial property damage caused within the first 48 hours of his arriving in the city.
Well, sir, I'll be crashed.
Under the refuge rule, you're fine, given the minimal damage you caused.
Well, for once, I can't complain about the Sonic pea shooters they gave me. I owe you one, sir. If I ever see you again, I'll be sure to repay the favor.
Well, we got him taken care of.
Yeah.
And now,
The harmony is broken when the pattern is not maintained.
I guess we need to...
I don't want to wait my turn.
Hello?
Boss, I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to find another way to communicate.
All right, you jackasses.
If you really don't want to go through the puzzle of this, there are other ways to solve them.
At the binomial each and
Oh, no, wait.
each robot is designed with either a quad core, a linear type, or a multiplex processor.
There's 7 robots.
Now I will tell you 3 things about these probabilities. First, there are more factor-built robots than Sternweiler builds. Second, every linear type robot was built by factor.
Oh, so there could have been 5.
Finally, Sternweiler never built a robot with a quad core.
Now listen, which of the following statement?
Okay. I was close.
5 robots.
Failure?
What?
Clearly you are unable.
There were some other options there that seemed a little bit more reasonable. Because there was some that was just specifically the
I
build.
tried.
No.
Wait, did you just
Can I
say
try
no?
again? You said no.
Oh, right. You actually had a limited choice. You don't have to do it the other way.
You guys suck. Okay, so, what if I found someone else?
Someone you respect. Someone who would be.
Well, I suppose there's no harm in building.
Wrong to us, anyway. If you want to waste your time meddling in our affairs, then...
Very good then. I am not knowing the facts of our dispute to your dignity. If you can find a suitable judge,
I know who I'm gonna find. So there's just the waiting area of the building. There's the tower. Exit. Not him. He's stupid. I don't like him.
You can interact with this little helper, and that's about it.
You. Wait, can I get the smart bomb?
Did you buy an Urbanian robot named 113th Legion build?
I've done a lot of trades, Tyro. I can't be.
Goodbye.
I wouldn't expect.
Okay, so
So, because you're gonna be missing the pixels to click on,
Armstrong, top me off, will you?
there's a
the pixel what?
You're gonna be missing kind of the pixels to be clicking on. There's a oh, you hovered over it
Wait.
and it,
Oh, metal plate.
Too heavy for me to lift.
But that's what the crowbar is for.
Fine, fine. Put me down for another megacycle.
Yeah. We're in the dookie.
I've been stripped of usable. I don't want that sludge in my.
Dookie pond.
Crispin, could you go see if there's anything worth taking from those cars?
And then Crispin gets eaten.
Picked clean, boss. Looks like you're not the only junk man in town.
Let's see. Oh, submersibles.
They're much too quick to catch. And even if I could, what would I do with one?
Deactivate it and give it to Metromind as a warning?
Oh, wow. Oh, hey. Now look what I see. The wings of a bat in his little training.
Why is everyone we meet
Crazy, he says. Oh my, oh dear. I assure you, my comrades, there's nothing to fear. Just little lost me, your brother knight errant. A brother in arms. We have different parents.
Okay, so you're both Urbani.
Who are you?
My name is my secret. You can't make me talk. I ruined my puzzle. Give a key to my lock.
Maybe we'll just call you Screw Loose.
A joker, he seems, for sure not an ace. He needs a small clue to spare him disgrace. For the crowd to adore me, Prime is my name.
Hey, we know who this guy
By
is.
that, no doubt, you've heard of my fame.
You're 187's brother.
Line up the toy soldiers, 200 abreast. The bravest of brave, the best. Wind up the toy soldiers to march on their way. The city has fallen, no reason to stay. 200 abreast. My sisters and brothers, now only 3 left. Forget all the others.
I guess that's a yes.
50 behind me, he came off the line. The gunner's no fun for being a brother of mine.
How do you survive down here?
I'm a soldier by trade. Legion built me to last. My armor is sturdy, my pistons are fast. I carry no guns, for my weapon's my mind. And those who would kill me will find themselves grind.
Boo.
Really? Don't you think you're overdoing it? I mean, that barely made sense. And it hardly rhymed.
No. Bro.
and I was waiting for, I couldn't wait for you to get the no, bro.
When we laid down our arms, my letter was taken. Drunken of honor from the cause we forsake. The metropolitan thief cast it deep in this hole, where now it lies buried like bituminous coal.
Cogs and gears, bituminous coal.
You're looking for a medal?
No, my comrade, you've misunderstood. I sit here and wait, as a penitent should. If the metal finds me, I shall clean it straight. But until that day, I shall sit here.
Why Primer?
There's nothing so gorgeous, flawless, or fine as the perfectly indivisible numbers of prime. Consider this list 2 to 199.
Oh.
Well, that was helpful.
Goodbye.
Hey, Fuzzy.
Yeah.
Is that the door code?
Nope.
Farewell, farewell, Lyndon. Your
Are those
mission is
prime numbers going to be
over.
important?
They are a potential. I will say this. It's. I love how you say "yup." Remember how they even in this thing you had the pastrami list in here. They like to make sure even your data is filled with potentially just random stuffs.
I have nothing.
So it becomes important if you're trying to solve a puzzle in a particular
But
way.
it's too big to waste time with here.
It's the fact that there are multiple ways to solve things.
Warning. Factor facilities decommissioned. Enter at own risk. For now, that thing's ignoring us. Best to keep it that way.
What if I just beat it with my crowbar?
I don't want to provoke.
He's a pacifist.
Warning. Fact enter at...
There's gotta be some other way to communicate with that floating robot.
Floating robot?
The one that was at the courthouse.
For now, that thing best... It's some kind of broken...
Whatever it is, it looks dangerous.
I don't want to provoke.
Okay, so no.
For now, that thing's best to keep...
Oh, I bet I could pull the memory thing out of it. Yeah, look, he's saying memory. Oh! Did a 360.
Sometimes you just gotta spin a little bit.
Spin. Spin around.
Spin, spin, spin around.
So now we're gonna go over here. Thing.
I can't possibly... Crispin, can you try typing something?
If by typing you mean ramming my face.
You cut it off before you can say ramming my face. Oh. Now I remember why. We have the prime numbers.
For this?
Mm-hmm. Go to your data.
Boys.
Not the prime number. Now let's start seeing if do we have his the other things he had said. Okay, not that one.
No, I just have prime numbers.
Can we? Okay, I'm actually go this one. Let's see here. Scroll down.
In 187th?
Okay, so only when primer came off 50 spots before 187,
So 137.
and that's a prime number, correct?
Yep, 137.
Okay.
String of numbers.
There, I think that's the code. Since I think this is technically his bridge or something.
Here we go again.
Go, ram your face. Hey, big brains.
Big brains.
Big thinks.
Let's go.
I was thinking, because I was like, I know we needed to figure his number, but I was like, I thought it was for a different puzzle kind of thing, but.
Are these heads?
Did you hear something? Boss? Do
Oh
you
my
see
God.
those things? I've got a bad feeling about this, boss.
Crispin, on the count of 3. 1.
Huh. I should have examined that thing. Oh, you're...
Clarity Arbiter built. Version 2. Lock Lurk to Arbiter, Judge of Metropole. This is my home. Now, if you will excuse me a moment.
Hey, can I have that? No reason.
That's barbaric.
Civilization is defined by law, and this is lawful. As enemies of the city, they forfeited their components. I have merely exercised my right of plunder.
That sounds familiar.
Whether it's legal or not, it's grotesque.
You have a strange way of saying thank you.
Thank you. I'm Horatio Nobuild, version 5.
And I'm Crispin Horatio built, version 1.
Welcome, Horatio. Crispin. What brings you to the Underworks?
Hey, there's this guys fighting about their kid.
But by the way, one kind of fun thing. This voice
Yeah.
actress is the same as the voice actress in Helldivers 2 for the technician on the bridge that you can talk to.
Huh. I like that.
Yeah, it was just like then because that was the thing. I was just like, wait a minute, I recognize her voice, but she's in a lot of Watch It Eye games, and I was just like, wait a minute, I recognize this voice, and double checked, and it is her.
Nice.
Oswald and Cornelius Factorbilt would like me to find someone to help them resolve their case. Would you judge it?
I have no authority to perform such a function. I am a law clerk, not a judge.
I don't think they need a formal judge. They just want an answer from someone reliable. I'm sure they'll trust you.
I would trust you.
I suppose I could mediate and advise, but nothing more than that.
Could you give me some advice on how to talk to gynoids?
No. What's the nature of their dispute?
They are fighting over who gets credit for building a small robot called Rex. The operative facts are in my data pouch.
I see. I have reviewed the facts, considered the applicable law, and enclosed an encrypted statement for the parties. It will automatically load in their presence. It's
Yay.
been a long time since I considered legal issues. I welcomed the diversion.
So what are you doing
down
down
here?
Obeying my instructions and waiting.
Sounds boring.
I am also collating and revising the body of metropolitan law into a single codex.
Well, that sounds thrilling.
In addition, I kill shells.
Fair enough.
You said you were a law clerk. What does that mean?
My sister Charity and I were built to advise Arbiter Manbuilt, who administers Metropol's court.
Huh. Charity and clarity.
Charity sees everything through the lens of mercy.
See, that's actually really funny. Little law ditties, because it just the writing in this is very clever, because the charity and clarity principles of applicable law, because sometimes you'll like get weird, like
By
so
the
you
way,
know
you're gonna get a lot of these because the writer for this game was a lawyer.
was a lawyer. Oh, that's awesome. But this thing that he's referencing, because you know how sometimes like everything you'd think a sentencing should be logical, like this person does this thing under order of the judge, where it's like very cut and simple.
But it's never
But then
happened.
sometimes you have a judge make someone wear a sign saying I'm an idiot, and then they have to stand on a road. It's the same principle of charity and clarity, because sometimes justice isn't like a cut and dry linear thing. Sometimes you have to look at it and be like, no, I'm a human being, you're a human being, you fucked up here.
For me, the law is clear. A matter of ones and zeros, unclouded by preference or sentiment.
It's law as written or law as intended.
Yep.
Is I think the proper field of thought for it.
Law without mercy, huh? How does that even work?
Perfectly.
I mean, she's not wrong. It's not pretty.
It is the opposite approach that fails. Mercy is malware. Once infected with it, justice becomes slow and unpredictable. In time, the system itself must be discarded. Only my vigilance protected Arbiter from this taint. But he has been without me for a long time.
Did you say Arbiter
Did you say
man-built?
Arbiter man-built? As in, built by man himself?
Yes.
Does man still walk here? In Metropole?
No.
But man was here in the past.
The public records regarding humans were deleted by council decree. What I know is entirely hearsay. I was built after the Urbanians murdered them during the war.
Impossible.
That is what Arbiter told me, and it was told to him by Metromind.
Mm.
That I cannot say.
Did Arbiter tell you anything else about man?
Only that he missed their legal arguments. Quite amusing, if often illogical.
Arguments.
Yes, to play a symbolic role in their justice system, humans argued cases before Arbiter.
Symbolic. Play a role. Man is the all-builder, our lord and master.
It is possible that the man you worship is not the humans in my records. All I know is hearsay. Do not rush to judgment.
I'd like to report a theft. My power core was stolen by a big robot.
Big claws, shoots lasers, talks like this.
He came aboard the crashed ship I was living in, attacked me, and stole the core.
Took it.
Excuse me?
Whether the taking was a theft is a legal determination. Please do not characterize the evidence.
It was my power core. He shot me, and he stole it.
I know the robot you describe. His name is Scraper Sternweiler Built, and he is the servant of Metromind Manbuilt, a member of the council that governs this city. I have no fondness for Metromind, but I must be impartial in considering your claim. Tell me, did Scraper say anything before he took your power core?
Before he stole my power core, he said something like, enemy, forfeit, plunder.
I see.
What, are those words override commands to turn off law and order?
They are legal concepts, Horatio. If Scraper's characterization is correct, then he did not steal your power core. He took lawful possession of it.
He shot me, and he stole it.
Calm down, Bob.
This occurred inside the city.
No, in the dunes.
I see. In a crashed airship.
Yes, I said that already.
I appreciate your report, Horatio Nullbuilt. You have presented a credible claim that Scraper Sternweiler Built, no doubt acting at Metromind's direction, took your power core. Beyond that, however, there is not even probable cause to arrest, let alone evidence to convict Scraper. First, the dunes are outside the ordinary jurisdiction of metropolitan law. Second, a crashed ship in the dunes is likely a relic of the War of the Four Cities. If so, your ship was forfeit enemy property, legally subject to plunder by the council. Scraper, acting as an agent of a council member, would be within his rights to seize it. Nevertheless, I would advise you to bring your case before Arbiter for further examination.
That's it? Go visit Arbiter? You're just going to let Metromind attack and rob me?
If Metromind violated the law, it must be proven. Until it is proven, what the law does not forbid, the law permits. And what the law permits, I must permit.
This is
Yeah,
insane.
because she has no morality. She only functions on the law. She doesn't care if the law is just or not.
Metromind is a tyrant and a thief. You'd let her hide behind the law?
You think that the law protects Metromind from you. The armor of the law does nothing but restrict her movement. Take it away and she will only become more dangerous. But once it is taken from her, it is taken from everyone. You need law's armor, Horatio, far more than you need its sword.
You see, that's an interesting line of philosophy, but it's also an incorrect one. Okay.
Because it's like it doesn't protect him enough, but it protects her way more.
Yes, this is a really fun.
The armor and the swords that they wield are they're drastically unbalanced.
So there's a really fun case study of like origins of law, their applicability, and why we even follow them. Because law inordinately protects people with power than it does people without power, and obviously people without power are more numerous than people with power. So there is an unspoken social agreement that is kind of in place that formed during the feudal times around the peasant revolution, being that we, the peasants, will fall in line so long as you don't abuse your power too much, because if you abuse your power too much, we're just going to get the guillotines.
Again.
Again, yes. Because here's the thing. We can ask you to not kill us, but then when we start killing you, like, oh my gosh, have you been following the healthcare guy who got assassinated? The guy, no, they're never going to find this guy. They found his backpack. By the way, New York City is a horrifying place because there are so many cameras and so many like different data nodes that are just harvesting all of your information. It is almost impossible to go in there without being identified. So after a full day's search with the full manpower of the New York City Police Department, they found this guy's backpack. Do you know what was in the guy's backpack?
No.
Monopoly money.
Oh my God.
And no one's helping. They had a UHC assassin lookalike contest in Washington Square.
Oh my God.
That, like, all they know is he took a bus from Georgia and then he stopped at Starbucks. Like, that's all they know about this guy. Anyways, you need law's armor far more than you need a source. Arguably, burn down the law. Let's get some justice up in here. But that's just the mountain man in me. And also, I think every attorney starts to go down that line of thought. Either you become evil, or you go down the line of thought. You know, maybe we had it right. Let's get the guillotines back. My dad, he became an attorney around the Vietnam War era because he was a Marine during the Vietnamese War. After that, he was an attorney for the IRS for a bit. He would do like really high profile cases, like the mafia is involved in this kind of case. After he stopped working for the IRS and opened his own legal practice, he said, my key motivation is I hate the IRS and I want to inconvenience them at every possible point. He does tax law and he loves it. He's like, oh boy, do I get to mess with the taxes again? I love this. Anyways, that's our little speaking
I
tangent.
despise Metromind.
I'm glad that you despise Metromind. Let's kill her.
But justice must be impartial, or it is meaningless.
No, incorrect. Justice has to. You know what? I'm not going to argue with
Justice is
you.
already meaningless. How can I see Arbiter?
Anyone can petition him. Cases are considered in the order they are brought to court. But
What?
I met a scavenger who told me that the courthouse was sealed and that Arbiter was no longer hearing cases. But that cannot be true. The Metropolitan Constitution requires him to resolve all cases and controversies. He would not fail in that duty.
Sounds like he already has.
Nonsense. Not even charity could persuade him to abandon his obligations. Still, I did not detect any falsehood, evasion, or omission in the scavenger's statement, so perhaps the courthouse has been locked for some other reason. If so, it may be that Arbiter is trying to contact me, but cannot.
So uno mas. If so, maybe that the Arbiter is trying to contact me, but cannot.
Maybe he is already calling me home.
No.
Horatio, I have a request of you.
You're corrupt.
You are under no obligation to perform it, and I will be under no obligation to you, even if you do. Do you understand?
I don't even know what you're asking me to do.
Talk to Arbiter. Ask him if I can return. Tell him that I await his summons.
That's it? Believe me, we've had to do a lot worse than that. Like this one time we chased this crazy partial named Gamma.
Of course we'll help. But how do we even get into the courthouse?
This will get you inside.
Yay.
Thanks.
I must thank you, Horatio.
Clarity, you saved our lives. Compared to that, running an errand is nothing.
The law obligated me to save you, Horatio. I would have done the same for Metromind. But I am glad it was you that I saved. I wish you justice.
Aw. So what were those things?
They are shells. Robots who traded their processors and memory to Metromind in exchange for energy and repairs. Now mindless, they still scavenge parts to trade with her.
But those were the last of them, right?
Hardly. Metromind now has more efficient ways to accumulate processor power, but she left hundreds of shells in the underworks.
Is there any way to save them?
That question is irrelevant. They lived profligate lives, and when they had squandered their resources, chose to become thieves and destroyers. Punishment, not clemency, is what justice requires.
So why did they get punishment? Metromind doesn't.
Why are you taking their heads?
I am giving fair warning.
To other shells?
No, they lack the capacity for fear. The heads are for a robot named Scraper Sternweiler built.
You really think a bunch of rusty boxes will scare him off?
No, I do not want to scare him. I want to warn him. When he ignores that warning, I can destroy him lawfully and without guilt.
Glad that everybody hates this guy.
Boss, she's kind of exciting my electrons.
Watch yourself, Horatio Melville. There are many dangers in this city.
Can't remember
Okay.
if you can click
I have
the
nothing to
skull's
say to
head
her.
now.
I don't think Clarity would approve of our taking one. I don't think Clarity...
Hey, boss, doesn't it look like Oswald?
Yes, it does. It's a shell...
She steals shell skulls, but... Boss, did that skull...
No.
You weren't even...
A grisly trophy. A grisly... A grisly...
Right. I think we have to get the memory access
Been
thing first
completely
before we do
stripped.
that.
Okay. So let's go declare the how do I leave?
Not that way. That's where the skulls came from.
Did I go the
Well,
wrong
you
way?
Over here.
Oh, I went the right way. And now I crossed the breach.
Yeah. Man, I feel like I remember there was something you could do with these cars. Let's see here. See if you can interact with the... Oh, no, not from the exit, but like...
Interact with the what?
The cars over on the right side. Like if one of them has a
These?
hood.
There's
Does
no
that...
way.
To just see, like... Check your cursor on the cars. Make sure there's not like...
There's no way.
On even the left ones too. I can't remember.
I think I already interacted with the ones to the left.
I mean, just see if there's a... See,
Oh, large
hatch. That's what I'm saying. It's like things like that.
It's rusted shut.
It's rusted shut. That sounds like the exact kind of time for a plasma torch. And then I ignite all this methane gas that's definitely down here.
So maybe they're using the methane gas to
Cleaned
make
off the
power.
rust.
This person runs trains. She is not efficient.
Looks like there's an engine in here. Well, let's see what we've got here. Let's see if I can manage this. Hopefully I won't be holding onto this engine for long. I have no use for it.
That's never stopped you before.
I have no...
Air
I have no
duct.
use...
Did I only need these two things? Wait, there was a hatch.
I can't get it open. It's a small hatch.
Oh, you can't get it open. Can we burn it
Still
open?
stuck. I'm sure there's nothing worthwhile in. I'm sure...
I don't give a hoot if you think there's nothing worthwhile in there. I will know there's nothing
Still
worthwhile.
st- I'm
Okay,
sure.
so there's nothing worthwhile.
There's nothing worthwhile. That was his attempted hints. Hey, to get that small motor, you needed to give him a bigger motor.
Why on earth? What the? What? Hey!
Visual glitches.
Hey, the bomb guy's gone.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
All right. So why would I want this tinier motor?
Here you go, Leopold. A nice big engine for you.
Not bad at all. You're a real scavenging expert.
Is that a compliment?
Hey, Armstrong,
Wait
top
a
me off,
minute.
will
This
ya?
motor's broken. The copper wiring's been stripped.
All items sold as is, Tyro. And I never said anything about copper wire being.
You're a fine piece of...
Never said anything about that. Now you want to trade.
Fine,
Let's
put me
trade.
down for another megacycle.
So hold on.
a machine belt. That's never going to...
Okay, apparently that's never gonna work. Plug?
Futile.
It's
The
missing
motor's
copper
been
wire.
stripped of its copper.
Oh, right. Head
It's an
to that,
encoded key code.
since I think you can actually at least do this.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the court first.
Before, no, go to the left.
To the left?
Yes.
Go to the left. I went left.
All right, Crispin, go to the floater.
Hey, Crispin, why don't you go talk to her?
What? No way, boss. She's way out of my...
She's a floating lamp, Crispin. We've never had any trouble with lamps before.
Well, I've never had to talk to one before, boss. Just, no, I've got no practice.
Just knock her off the ledge.
So he's got no practice. Go back like a one screen. Just so that way he doesn't want to practice right here.
So wait, what do I do?
You have a lantern for him to practice with.
Oh.
Hey, Crispin, how about practicing on this lamp?
In front of her?
Yeah, it's just the little kind of silliness of it.
Kiss the pillow, Crispin.
Hey, Crispin, how about practicing on this lamp?
Oh, good idea. Okay, here goes. You really
Armstrong,
light me
top me
up.
off, will ya?
No.
No.
Okay, okay. Trust me. I know how to turn on...
No.
Definitely not.
I love it, just
Okay, that's enough practice for now.
He's got heart eyes.
Fine, put me down for another megacycle.
now that he's practiced, now you can go send her to go talk.
All right, Crispin, you child.
All right, Crispin.
Aw.
Whoa! That was so easy.
Wingman!
She gave me a clipping of her copper wiring.
Hey, that wire belongs to the city. It's coming out of your salary.
You tell him.
Some short string.
Hey!
Mine.
Gave that to me as a token of her affection.
I'll give you all the copper wiring you want once we're done here.
Like I want a token of your affection.
I need to find a way to connect the colored nodes to each other without crossing any wires.
Why don't we just use the plasma torch?
That's not going to work this time.
The crowbar?
Nope.
Okay. So can I connect these to other things? I assume. Oh. What? What are my rules of engagement here? Okay, so. Okay, so. But won't this block off the other one? Yes, everybody, you get to watch Combine struggle at basic logic puzzles, even though I should be able to do these quite well. And I do these quite well upon occasion. There's this fun thing called dyscalculia, and sometimes logic doesn't logic right. Okay.
Oh, right. Okay. I kind of remember this.
So these are both flat.
What do you mean by that?
Or these are both...
Orange.
Yeah, so it's a straight line.
Or at least they have to connect. Definitely not going to be in a straight line, or else you literally cut your thing in half.
I'm trying to think. How can I connect this and the other things?
Since this one's a little bit more crazier than some of the standard ones of these types of puzzles, I'll say this. Connect the yellow to the yellow in a straight line first.
A straight line?
Yes. Now, try to connect the orange in such a way they can go around. Yeah. Just leave enough space. There you go. Now you can connect the red.
And one more piece of junk is operational.
Why did we fix this motor?
An extremely advanced.
You know what?
There's no time for them.
Go to the robot that that we need to talk to now. Maybe we need it for that one. Now that I think about it, like I'm wondering if we're supposed to look at the robot and realize something was missing.
We got too far ahead.
No, definitely.
Oswald.
Clarity Arbiter Build has judged your case.
A fitting choice.
Indeed.
Then here's her decision. A petitioner claiming buildership of the disputed res, that is, the robot, bears the burden of proving buildership by preponderance of the evidence. In this dispute, there are in fact two cases, each with a petitioner, Oswald and Cornelius. Neither petitioner has borne the requisite burden. Therefore, neither may claim buildership. The res known as Rex shall therefore be deemed null built.
Outrageous.
Surely, sir, this is a mistake.
It is what it is. In any case, Rex is his own robot. He can make up his own mind.
What fools we were.
Indeed.
Plonk. I'm free.
Well, hats off to Clarity, I guess.
In fact, there's a hat.
A complicated floating robot with a spinning antenna on its head.
Can we look at the antenna specifically?
Boss, I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to find another...
A complicated...
With an antenna on its head.
Oh,
Pretty
right.
basic.
Yes, he's the signal channel.
I'm going to try sending messages to him in binary.
On an analog train. That sounds like for once I'm glad you're the one with hands.
My mantle grows, bulbs unfurl their spirals, breathes on.
What's he saying?
You do not join the harmony. I sing alone. I am one part of the great front. Your God, I will be known as Gimbal, built by Lapidus of Sovitas. The choir is silent. Burning ship has been extinguished. Strange tractors tread no more. I alone sing the function.
So you're the only one in line, alive.
When I came to this silent city, I looked for others to join the harmony. Leopold, built by Steeple, told me that he had a device that would sing with me. In exchange, I traded my secondary motor. What he sold me does not sing. Here we have it.
It's a record.
Leopold tricked me, and he will not. I was so frustrated. Infinite lawsuits, someone.
Infinite lawsuits.
I sing with all my voices. You hear only one. My joy rises like a phoenix. You are silent, but you know the harmony. Now I must continue my search. Farewell, Simon.
Also, I just got
You know, I'm kind of glad I missed out
the
on
fancy
that
hat
one,
for
boss.
the memory core.
Sometimes it's nice to just be alone.
Now,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Someday.
It's a key card. It's an encoded key.
and there we go.
Very good stopping point.
I was
Before you
literally
coincide.
about to say, this is a great stopping point. We went to the Undercity. We got this door open. We got mugged. A robot
Again?
gave Crispin her equivalent of panties, and we dealt with a shyster. So yeah, this has been
Just those crispy
Oh.
wiggles there. Wiggle.
wiggle, 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 wiggle. I get why. I just realized why Faith built or Faithful was named Leopold built, because Leopold bought him. So does
He bought
Maybe.
he bought the parts of Scavenge and then he built it still.
interesting
You'll get a little bit more
stuff
kind of
as we go along?
about that, because remember also that the whole man believing in man is illegal.
Yeah. This is so awesome. I'm enjoying this. Fuzzy, do you know what we failed to do?
Promote in the middle of it.
Yep, we did not plug Fuzzy's channel, so for those of you who stuck around to the very end of this, please support Fuzzy on Patreon. He's awesome. He's the only reason we have any uploads whatsoever. And also, he's an all-around great guy, so throw your money at him. Just huck to him.
Money.
As always, we'll see you guys on the next one. I am loving this game so far, and that's it. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a fabulous day, everybody. Like and subscribe.